Oh, 6:32.
Hey, wait a minute, Danny D. Pull it out of the bag. I want to see 6:33.
Oh, all right. There you go. Oh, just changed. You're lucky.
All right, now, 6:33. I got my 2 3s here.
It doesn't take much to make Chad happy.
I'm just a happy guy, Danny D.
Yes, you are, Chad. All right, so we're going to listen to Disc 2 of Crucified by the FCC. I guess I should have mentioned yesterday that this is a bunch of Howard Stern's old bits, but it's also him being interviewed about these bits. Him and the other people on the show are being interviewed about the bits by the narrator, whose name is Dick Haymeyer. So that's why you hear clips from the radio show, but then you're also hearing somebody ask Howard how something came about or how he felt about certain things. So it's as much an interview as it is a clip audio CD. Am I going to be able to get out of here? I don't know. I'm going to make a big swing around this car and then avoid this truck and then avoid this van. Alright, we made one. Now we're going to be able to make it out of the driveway. That's a whole other story. Oh, look at all these cars coming. Oh, isn't this fun? Hurry up, dude. If you hurry up, I can go. You sucker. All right, so we're going to start this, and the first few bits are going to be some things that Howard probably wishes he'd never done, but it's history, and so we're going to listen to it anyway. So if you're offended by humor that pokes fun at people of alternate lifestyles, you might want to skip this next couple of bits. Maybe like the next 10 or 15 minutes. I don't know how long it's going to go on. But it was all done in a time when people weren't so politically correct. Especially Howard Stern.
Out of the closet Stern in the Rock Hudson story.
My career skyrocketed, as did my KY jelly bills. I was very busy and so was my tuchus. My new movie was a success.
Oh, Rock, take off my bra.
Oh, Doris. Ooh, oh, I love your luxuriant hair.
Thank you.
Your hairless chest. Your abnormally wide hips and feminine buttocks.
Yes.
Your sloped and rounded shoulders.
Oh, thank you, Rock.
Who's talking to you? I was talking to the cameraman.
Oh, Rock.
Gay movies. Out of the closet Stern. Good, solid character. Good role model for the gay community. Buttman, the movie.
Excuse me, sir.
Why, it's the butt phone. I love the butt phone.
Where is it? Where is it? I can't seem to find it.
Oh! Here, Alfred, quickly, answer it.
Must I? Buttman's residence.
Hi, Buttman. It's the poker.
Speak up. I can't hear you. There's some dingleberries caught in the receiver.
Here, give me the phone. Who is this? I demand an explanation.
It's me, the poker.
Poker?
Yeah, and you better take this down.
Psst, Alfred, the butt phone tracer, quick.
As you wish, sir.
The poker will commit his most evil crime.
Alfred, psst, the butt computer, bring it.
I will begin putting burning acid in the KY jelly supply.
Psst, Alfred, my Judy Garland records.
Wait a second, sir. I can understand the butt phone tracer and the butt computer.
Yeah.
But why the Judy Garland records?
Because she's wonderful. What are you, a musical snob? Quickly, quickly.
Do I have your attention, Buttman? Gays all over will burn their buttocks on my KY jelly.
Quickly, Alfred! Down to the butt pole, down the butt cave, to the buttmobile! The poker is up to something wicked and beyond horrible.
But you know, I'm in there with all these guys all the time. When Mr. Blackswell and Out of the Closet Stern come in, it's a girl show.
The made-for-radio movie, My Gay Left Foot.
Yes, the young gay artist was paralyzed, except for his gay left foot. It was painful to paint.
Paint? I'm just trying to make a sissy.
Yes, he was impaired, but he painted with his gay left foot.
Just to move my brush is excruciating pain.
Why, your work, it is beautiful. What vision.
Thank you.
That line, it's so unusual.
Thank you.
Tell me, is that a significant statement?
No, I forgot to clip my toenail.
It was hard to sell the gay man's work.
How can I sell these paintings?
Why, they're good. You can sell them.
Yes, but they have got footprints all over them.
No.
Yes, it was true. Painting had become a burden. Even sex was near impossible.
Listen up, my friends, my friends.
We love you. We love you.
So nice.
You are all my good friends. Everyone is here. Hello, Vincent Van Gagh, Leonardo de Butthair, Pablo Ublo.
They were all there, the greatest gay painters of all time.
I've called you here today because I miss you. Now, if you look around and notice, I have removed all of the chairs from the room. Now, who will be the first one to sit on my foot?
But all you have is a foot.
Yes, a gay foot. Yes, I know. But I can do things with my foot. Like, I can take your temperature with my toe.
A man with a gay foot?
So?
A naughty foot?
Yes.
You think this foot will give me the pleasure?
Yes, use my foot like an ornament. The bunions will make you scream. My corns will make the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
If you are so good, why did your last boyfriend leave you?
Because I'm Jewish. So there.
Talk about the homeroom. The homeroom is very personal. The homeroom is a place where men can experiment.
A homo room classic. Howard and disc jockey Bob Waugh receive a surprise visit from rock legend Dee Snider.
So I don't see a can opener down here, Dee, and the only thing I see that resembles a can opener is Bob Waugh's behind. So if you could just bend over for a second, Bob. Hey, Dee, this one's for you. I'll have one myself. Bob, would you like one?
Sure, why not? The breakfast of champions.
Let's... How refreshing. Wait a second, this one's stuck. I hope the bottle doesn't break in his behind.
Hold on, well, let's ask the gerbil to push out the cap.
Anyway, here's the things we can do.
Tell me.
We can play penis ping pong.
Okay, that's okay. It's on the list. I'm good.
You could type. You could write a
We
letter.
could type a letter using our penises. Okay.
It's my favorite.
We could have a boner fight.
Now, wait a minute. Now you.
Or you could get hooked up to
Bona
twins.
fide. Excuse me. Bona fide's my long suit.
Or we could take Bob. We could take Bob and hook his nipples up to battery clamps and torture him. Uh-oh.
Oh, what's that?
Rattlesnake. Bob, I've been bit by a rattlesnake, and look where I've been bitten. On my genitals.
Oh no!
You gotta suck out the poison.
Oh no! Quick before I die!
I'm not swallowing.
D, wait, there's another snake, and D, you're about to be bitten too.
No, hold it. Let me put my penis in its mouth.
Hey, shut up!
Double.
Bob, both of us.
Here, Bob, you got your work cut
It
out
looks
for
like
you.
lightning never strikes twice.
But Bob, will you just sit there and smile? You're not fun down here anymore. I thought by bringing a celebrity you'd get wild.
You get a little wilder, but obviously not.
I have a game. Let's play rotisserie.
Yeah.
Bob will be the roast.
Okay.
You take your prong in one end.
How do we play?
And my prong in the other end. Insert and spin.
Here we go.
Bob's getting hot now.
Can't say much, can you, Bob?
All right, one round of penis ping pong. D versus Bob.
Okay.
What you got to do is
But this isn't fair. My paddle is bigger.
paddle size is no consequence. Bob is the penis ping pong champion.
That's right.
Best out of 3, okay?
Undefeated.
I'm the undefeated.
Here they go.
Boy,
Wow, D.
that was some hard serve.
Oh, Bob's in trouble. Wait, he's losing his erection. Oh, damn it, keep going.
They're gonna flash it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, no, Bob
Bob wins again.
Abby Hoffman.
What makes a great guest is total honesty, and Abby was incredibly honest, and I really miss him.
That's a great way.
Did Abby grab your ass?
We were doing Live for Grammys week here in New York, and Abby was walking around. He was trying to go on other radio stations. He was a little bored, so all of a sudden I felt somebody palm my ass. I mean, really bad. And I jumped out of my skin, and I turned around, and there was Abby with this big smile on his face, and he goes, "Gary, tell Howard the cat's out of the bag. I'm a fag."
In a truly touching homo room moment, the late Abby Hoffman spoke openly about gay sex.
Oh, Abby makes me sad. You know, when I think about the fun times we had with him and how disrespectful we were.
This was Abby's last interview on the show.
Abby, so you were protesting around what year was this?
No, Jesus, Jenny, pick any year. This is my job.
How many times did it happen to you?
This is my job. Which one?
The homosexual experience.
Well, when I was 8, what the heck?
No, come on. Something happened when you were older.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, there's a lot of drugs and a lot of people around and everything.
Always
Once I tried it once, so now I
Just
can
one time. Just one
Yeah,
time.
Yeah.
Hey, why? Because you were curious to see what it'd be like?
Yes, exactly. Curiosity.
Had you ever thought about a man before?
Mick Jagger.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
For certain angles, yeah.
That turns you on, huh?
Well, only certain angles and
these fantasies of you
certain medication.
And these fantasies of you and Mick Jagger, are you the pitcher or the catcher? Oh, there's a Billy goat in the home already.
I block. It's just a general. I mean, if you were gone, go for Mick Jagger.
A lot of kissing and stuff with Mick Jagger?
I could kiss Mick Jagger.
All right, so anyway.
I had an experience like that. Want to kiss?
Oh, Abby he likes to kiss.
Can you wait till after the commercial?
Well, this is Jewish foreplay.
And he has to ask, would you like to kiss? The homo room.
Well, you know, I know it.
No.
You're only 35. I mean,
All I know is it's like making love to Gabby Hayes. That beard of yours. Did you shave your body hair?
You would have made love to Trigger.
Suddenly I'm feeling very close to Abby.
Right, America strikes back.
He's getting nutty down here.
He's getting totally wild.
Maybe it's too damp. So anyway, so you were protesting and stuff, and the guy sort of.
Why don't you want to kiss?
Come on, just calm down. I want to hear the story
God, it's
first.
because I'm Jewish.
I'm on foreplay.
It's because I'm Jewish.
You think that's it?
I've already asked him 3 times. My God.
All right,
I want me to take me.
you kiss
I'm
him
supposed to take him.
All right, here we go.
I gotta take him out for pizza.
All right, we're in the homo room. There's no problem
You
here.
won't even
Come
kiss.
here. Come here. Hey, close your fly. What is that? I'm not gonna kiss over there. Nut. You're sick. You're a sick man. Abby, so what'd you do? You went up to his apartment?
No.
What would you tell us?
I went to the Hamptons.
Really?
This isn't an exciting story.
Did you guys plan it out, though? Did you say, hey, did you know that he was... How did you say to each other?
Oh, God, you had to work through a lot of barriers. You had to talk.
Right, a lot of talking, and you were talking, hey, I never did it with a guy. Would you do it with a guy?
Finally, then you just took some drugs, and what the hell, you went through it. It's like,
What kind of drugs?
Like getting your teeth pulled, actually.
But you guys...
It's not a very big sexual experience.
No, but you planned to go to the Hamptons with him, or it just happened you were out in the Hamptons?
If you want it to be deliberate, this is not genetic in me or anything. If you wanted to make it a deliberate act, you had to crash through a lot of barriers.
Okay, well, share it with us. You were a revolutionary.
You had to bend there.
No, you
what
are,
can I say?
No, Abby, you are a revolutionary, and you want to try everything.
Well,
I understand that.
I mean, I don't want to throw rocks through your window.
Right, I understand. So, in other words...
I just want to kiss you.
Okay, now, we'll get to that. We're in the
Four
homework.
times I've been rejected now, damn it.
As soon as I get this story, I'm running out of this homework room.
I feel inferior. I mean, I've been rejected so many times. This has affected my menopause.
So, Abby, she went back to your house. And
No, I never had houses.
Sorry, the Hamptons, wherever was it on the beach?
Wherever the bed. We went to the bed.
All right, it was somebody's house, and you went there, and you saw that guy, and you started talking, and you said, "Let's try this."
Yes.
Right. Okay.
We gotta do this. It was that kind of thing.
There were probably the women that were being a little pushy.
There were women there and said
because they had tried it.
Oh, the women had tried it.
Yeah, and I'd seen it, so they said, "Well, come on,
so
fair's fair."
Did they want you to do it in front of them, or
fair's fair? What the hell? Yeah, fair's fair.
So then you and this guy started kissing in front of everyone?
This is a while ago.
Like you don't remember something like this.
I would forget something like this.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, go ahead. Gee, I think...
Oh, it was so long ago. Let me think.
Hey, Abby, you gonna sing? Don't tell this story on radio before you go.
Abby, come on now. Now, stick to the topic. You leaned over. You shouldn't be embarrassed by anything you did.
It's just a sticky topic.
This is the first time I've seen you not talk.
Look at him. He's
wow.
Listen, now, come on, we gotta round this up here. Now, you leaned over in front of everyone and kissed the guy?
It was dark.
Yeah.
It had to be dark and everything.
Right. And then your lips met.
We needed a lot of medication and everything.
Right, you were on drugs. Okay, we understand.
Yeah.
Now, did you have that beard at the time?
No. No beard.
No, the beard came when I went underground.
The guy was thin, he was sort of feminine looking, and all of a sudden your lips met and you kissed. And then what happened? You ripped each other's clothes off.
There was no physical attraction. This was very...
I understand. It was very clinical.
All right.
No,
but you were aroused. Something must have happened.
Well, I'll tell you something that's interesting. Now, you put your hand on...
I'm waiting. It's been a half hour.
You put your hand on your thing. I don't know what you can call it here, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Third leg. You put your hand on it. You're so familiar with that sensation. Then you take your hand, you put it on another guy's thing. It feels like something inside.
Oh, okay. All right, listen, I'm getting out of here.
It's like
all right, listen.
sort of a soft, bony pick.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
But you wanted to go into detail, now I'm going into detail. I mean, what do you think? I mean, what?
Come on, it's time to go upstairs.
He knows no.
Boy, I can close down an orgy quicker.
Close down the door. Leave Abby down there.
Putting homosexuality aside.
Well, that's easy for you to do.
Putting it aside, tell me about Regis Philbin.
Well, the Inquirer said Regis had another family somewhere and a handicapped son. And the handicapped son needed money. So we made a bit out of it.
Regis Philbin on the lifestyles of the rich and Dicky.
Regis, are you there? Who is it? It's Howard Leach. Thank God, I thought it was my wheelchair-bound and toothless son. Regis, please open up, Regis. It's TV. Are you there? Who is it? Howard Leach. Are you alone? Yes. That dull-stop son of mine isn't with you, is he? No. Always looking for a handout. I paid him his money. Regis, please. I'm not your enemy. Please, leave me alone. Professor's hounding me. I want peace. I'm generous with my son. I know you are. When he cries, he rests his wheelchair. And then he wants a new one.
Regis finally was convinced to open the door. He stood there in his gold lame bathrobe with all P embroidered on his lapel.
step right this way.
Thank you, Regis. Indeed, it was the man himself. Say, Regis, what does RP stand for? Rotten parent?
Very funny, very funny. Watch it or I'll put you in one of my cooking segments.
Say, Regis, what kind of a name is Regis Philbin anyway?
Well, it's an old Welsh name that means dick bag.
Dick bag, is that right?
Yes, a Philbin, or bag, and Regis, meaning dick.
Indeed! But it was time to explore Regis's fiefdom.
And if you step right over this way, here's my kitchen.
Beautiful! It was 18th century Chippendale.
And if you look to your left, my trophy room.
I see nothing.
That's because my son never won an award for me, except for this one puny trophy here, for the high jump.
High jump? Your son has no legs!
Yes, someone stuck a pool cue in one of his wheelchair spokes, and he was off like one of Jessica Hahn's ex-boyfriends. I can't believe it!
The king of New York, Regis, broke down sobbing. He forgot his troubles when we entered his executive office suite.
Here's my Xerox machine and my beautiful granite desk.
Yes, looks expensive.
Yes, and here's my answering machine.
This was the power center indeed of the evil Philbin Empire.
Well, do you realize I was sitting here at this desk when Siemens called me to do their furniture commercial? I received the call on this very answering machine.
Indeed, it was exciting as Regis reviewed his messages.
Hi, this is Regis Philbin. All of our operators are busy, so leave a message. Just do it.
Hi, this is Kathy Lee. My private's itch, Regis. Should we do a segment on it?
Well, what a good girl she is, always thinking of the show.
Why won't you talk to me, Daddy? Daddy! I love you, Daddy!
Oh, you don't want to hear this.
But indeed we did. Please, Regis, continue your answering machine.
Daddy! Daddy, just $35, please, Daddy! My rent's due! They turned off my telephones! And I got no feet!
So what else is new? What a whiner!
Indeed, the young man was a whiner!
He keeps calling, but the court says I pay $60 if I'm making $95. Love.
I wondered what other business was on Regis's machine.
Please, Daddy, I need you!
Please deposit 5 cents.
I don't have it!
Thank God.
Hi, this is Larry of the Three Stooges, just trying to work myself into another bit.
No other offers.
It was sad indeed to see Regis so broken, so we wished a hearty farewell to the shallow talk show house.
I make $2 million a year, and my son wants every penny. Well, why doesn't he rent himself out as a pinata?
Goodbye, King Regis, and may all your champagne dreams turn to urine.
Very funny.
Thank you.
Politics and the Howard Stern Show.
Where can you learn to speak like a white man? We're here at the David Dinkins Speech Institute with these satisfied customers.
Well, I used to sound like I had a mouthful of buffalo balls, but I have improved.
The proof is in their speech.
People used to say I sounded ignorant the minute I opened my mouth. Now it takes a little longer.
At the David Dinkins School of Speech, you too can learn to sound as white as Bryant Gumbel, O.J. Simpson, and Lester. Learn in a real classroom.
Say birthday.
Birthday.
No. Birthday. Repeat.
Birthday.
Mouth.
Mouth.
No. Mouth.
Mouth.
Pour.
Ho.
Man.
Me.
No. Woman.
Bitch.
Repeat. Woman.
Ho.
In a few short weeks, you'll be talking real good, just like David Dinkins.
Okay, class, repeat. I forgot to pay my taxes.
I forgot to pay my taxes.
I never touched Sucrete Gable.
I never touched Sucrete Gable.
Ed Koch is a pussy.
Ed Koch is a pussy.
Hello, this is David Dinkins. Bonjour. I would like to play you my before and after tapes. Here's what I used to sound like.
Anyone want to buy a VCR? Pay no attention to the serial number.
David Dinkins used to sound like this.
I ain't paying no taxums or stipends.
Today, the founder of the revolutionary David Dinkins Speech School sounds like this.
My dear auditor, it is with great regret that I misplaced my tax returns. However, my recompense is on your desk. I swear on my wife's big fat ass.
Call now Now, if you want to learn to speak real good, don't be lazy and shiftless. Call 1-800-555-EIEIO. Does it work? Just ask our valedictorian, Calhoun Van Buren.
Now, if somebody teach me how to read, I'll be all set.
Your fascination with the king.
Larry King?
No, Elvis.
Oh, Elvis King.
Elvis.
Somehow he enters my body.
From beyond the grave.
I love Cajun food.
Well, what was your favorite kind of food, baby?
I like all my food blackened, the same way that bitch Priscilla like her men. She doesn't take off with a Negro karate instructor.
You know, I heard he wasn't a Negro, Elvis.
Well, he looks like a Negro to me. And I'm as dumb as the lump of the flesh on the back of my mama's neck. So I think he was Negro, so he's Negro.
Okay.
And don't kill the bed. You know, talking about that lump on the back of my mama's neck, I used to... My mama, her name was Gladys, you know.
Yeah.
And I used to stroke the lumpy flesh on the back of my mama's neck. You know, I once drew a happy face on her lumpy boil.
No.
Yeah, a little happy face, and I would rub it. And I'm telling you.
Well, you see your mother up there now. You're reunited with her.
Her name Gladys, my mama.
Yes. And your dad was Vernon.
Yeah, but we had a nickname for my mama.
What was that?
We called her Pig.
No.
I love my mama, so...
You were devoted to her.
That's why I like being dead, because I'm with my mama now. So, raccoon eyes, I call her. I need some Class A Percodan, some Demerol. Where's my kit? I need some codeine. Where's Hamburger James? Some Tulanol, some Seconol, some Nembutal, some Carbachol, some liquid Demerol. I'm not done.
Oh, you're not?
Antidepressant snuppers, and a couple of Flintstones chewables.
What are the Flintstones chewables for?
And some Echo. Where's that? Yeah, I tell you. Damn.
Well, what's going on, Elvis?
I want to stop all the nonsense about me dying of drugs and banging my head on the toilet.
That's not true?
I tell you, it isn't true. Why, I banged my head on that toilet when I was trying to get a drink of water.
Oh, stop it. You didn't drink out of the toilet.
Sometimes I did. You know that water's clean. There's nothing dirty about that.
That's very dirty.
Elvis was very frugal.
When you speak to the king, do you think it's Howard or Elvis?
Do I think I'm talking to Elvis? What, am I crazy?
Mr. Ed meets Jessica Hahn.
All that shit with Mr. Ed's hooves going into Jessica really blew Tom, our general manager's mind. It was one of our best bits, but Tom made us do a re-edit, didn't he?
Immediately.
Yeah. So that bit only aired once, I think, before Tom blew his stack, because he didn't like hooves going into Jessica.
A hoof? Howard, a hoof?
WXRK New York General Manager Tom Chiasano.
I gotta think about it specifically, but there were just portions of it. No.
Right.
There were portions of it that I thought that the commission was going to find objectionable.
Particularly the part about the hooves going into Jessica?
Yes.
You don't think the commission would like hooves going into Jessica?
I think the hoof insertion they would have found objectionable, yes.
Oh, Jessica, thanks for taking me on your private plane.
And Ed, you're great. I really mean it. Thanks for putting me in your new video, Wild Horses. I love you, Ed. We've known each other for 10 minutes and you haven't touched me.
That's because I'm having a tough time trying to open this bottle of wine. Ever try to use a corkscrew with your hooves?
I don't need wine.
But I do, baby. Okay, never mind that. Let's go. Give me your snap and gyro.
Ed, give me a hug.
Yes, baby.
Another hug. Oh, God, another hug. Ed, another hug.
Yes.
Ed, another hug.
I've run out of hooves.
Then gallop. Oh, my stallion. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. Dad, are you asleep? You bastard. Get off of me, Ed. Hey, look behind that curtain. A microphone. Ed's been taping me. You bastard, wake up.
Hey, what is this?
What's on this tape?
I don't play that. Hey, Miss
on an airplane. Yes, I would especially like that if the horse having intercourse is the famous Mr. Ed.
You bastard! I'm gonna pass wind in your face.
Oh, Peter, that was wet.
Jessica has a secret in her life that we keep trying to get at. And we're gonna go back to that mine until we get to it. Because I can't even imagine what kind of a life she's had.
The Sam Kinison and Jessica Hahn story, featuring Ronnie the limo driver.
Well, for my money, Sam is the greatest living comic mind. There's nobody better than Sam Kinison, and what Sam does is he takes any situation and he makes it compelling. If you give Sam a good premise, he'll just create radio magic. And this was a good premise.
And Jessica?
Well, Jessica will confront any situation, honestly. And I think that's difficult to do when you have millions of people listening in on you.
Whenever you think that Jessica's down and that no one's going to be interested in listening to her anymore, she comes back with a piece of information, and then all of a sudden you're all interested in her again.
Who's on the phone?
Ronnie.
Oh, Ronnie the limo driver.
Oh, bring him on. Come on, Ronnie.
Okay, here
All
we go.
right,
Come and get me, Ronnie.
get to the snippets, but...
Ronnie?
This is the guy who wanted to take me out, right? He wanted to get a hold of me, boy. He hates
Ronnie
me.
told me not to have you back on the show. Now, Ronnie, why was that?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's a user.
I'm a user, right?
You're a user.
Yeah, I'm a user, Ronnie.
definitely a
Ronnie,
user.
is your name Ronnie?
That's my name.
So I'm gonna get the R right.
Get it right.
I'm a user?
You're a user. You use everybody that's been on his show.
Everybody.
Everybody that's been on his show.
I stole everything from Howard.
I didn't say you stole everything from
And what are you
Howard.
saying, Ronnie?
But
Get your
you
facts right.
you
Don't make me drag that you do.
use everybody that's been on his show, okay? You use
I'm a user.
You use Jessica.
I use Jessica. I love this.
Right. As soon as you would
Her mom dies, he's going, I like to do the thing where, she has sex with Mr. Ed, and I used her.
Okay, you threw him away, you didn't need him anymore.
What are you attacking me now for?
Wait a second. I use Jessica?
That's right.
Ask her what her sales from the Wow Thing poster are, my friend.
But why did you put her in your video?
Because she was the obvious choice, and it was something she jumped up and down to do, and it was brilliant. It was a statement. It was a gang rape fantasy of all the metal rock groups against organized religion. But you wouldn't know that because you're too busy driving a limo.
That's right. That's right.
Don't mess with me, Ronnie.
I'm busy driving a limo.
Great. Well, that's not a bad job, but it is when you try to step out of the limo realm into artistic creator.
You are.
What?
I'm making just as much money as you are.
Well, you may want to call your accountant and check that.
Yeah, well, you never know.
No, I don't.
Oh, believe me, he is. You should see what I have to pay him.
Yeah.
It's highway robbery.
Don't mess with me, Ronnie. You don't know anything about show business except that, you get called for rides.
Why did you call the show yesterday?
Why'd I call the show yesterday?
You called the show yesterday.
Because I would desperately like to work out the thing with John and Howard.
Rascals, right?
What?
You couldn't sell out your appearance at Rascals, so you called
Rascals, my friend, is a warm-up for gigs I really have to do, like Atlantic City next weekend.
Right, yeah, here you go again, you see? You see? That's why you came on the show today, because my...
Do you think, wait a second, Ronnie, do you think Rascals is the level?
Now, you're going to come on and badmouth them because they can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm going to come on and badmouth.
That's right. They made you do it. They made you set him up.
I haven't said any of that. Have I said that?
They made you do it.
Ronnie,
There's Ronnie.
What are you sucking on exhaust fumes?
Not at all.
They made me do it. Rascals is my livelihood. Is this what we're talking about here?
You're going to say that they made you set him up, and everything else, and Howard, I didn't really...
Ronnie, did you hear the show when I called up and said I made a big mistake? It was my fault. I was out of line. I didn't know it would blow up to be this kind of a crisis. Did you hear the show?
It's part of the routine.
It's part of the routine. It's part of the routine. Well, you check your tank and see if you can fill up.
You think that Sam is not sincere, Ronnie?
Not at all.
See, because Ronnie, I get into the car, Ronnie starts working on me.
They're Val Howard fans, I understand that.
Yeah, I walk into the car and they say
I understand
that. Because I said, well, wait a second, why wouldn't Sam be sincere? And Ronnie goes, I'm telling you, the guy is not sincere.
Then why didn't I do C100, which I can do in a second?
Well, you could do that, but I think it would be bad for your image.
It's not my style, Howard. I didn't cross you.
You don't want teeny boppers showing up at your show.
Yeah, that's the last thing I want.
Showing up at your show.
Yeah, I don't want young girls at my show, no.
But they don't have
I want yuppies that like Neil Young.
They don't have $25 a ticket to show up your shows. Howard fans do.
Ron, do your homework, will you, Jim?
I'm doing my homework.
All right, Ronnie, that was good.
I'm taking you all in, man.
All right, Ronnie.
Well, you got me, man. I'm down. I'm begging for mercy.
Believe me.
You got me hurt.
He's Ronnie the limo driver.
Yeah, Ronnie the I sure know how show business works limo driver.
So anyway, Sam, what
Am I making a fool out of you, Howard?
No. What happened the day? No one's making a fool out of me. What happened the day that you missed me?
Look at that look. You know you missed me. You know I never crossed you.
Uh-oh, what's this?
Oh, no. Pat Cooper's
Jessica's on the phone?
Pat Cooper called. Well, Jessica, if she hasn't stopped crying
yet. You want to talk to her?
I feel sorry for her.
Let's put her on.
Is she here? I'll talk to her.
Jessica?
Sam,
Hi, Jessica. How you doing?
Yeah.
what's this? Sam, I didn't make a ton of money on my posters, by the way. I sold 20 posters.
So did you feel used by me?
Yeah.
You do? Well, then I'm sorry that you feel that way. And if you think I took advantage of you, you tell me what you think you have coming, and I'll make it right with you. I'm sorry. If that's what you feel, if you think I took advantage of you and used you...
Why don't you be quiet a minute and let me talk?
Not when you open up with it, I used you.
You asked! Hey, hang on, Sam. You're the one who goes on the radio right now and says, oh, I used her. It was a gangbang. She jumped up and down. Your manager called me and begged me while I was at my radio station working. I took time off and flew in there.
Yeah, so did John. So did Billy Idol. So did Motley Crue. So did Rat. So did Aerosmith.
Oh, yeah, right. Sam.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right, Jessica.
Sam,
I'm sorry. You feel used, and I'm sorry. Then give me a bill, babe. Send me a bill.
Sam, why did you put their picture in Rolling Stone then?
I didn't put their picture in Rolling Stone. I hated that article.
And why did you write that about me in Rolling Stone? Well, I just...
I'm sorry. Maybe I was like still a little upset by the 300-pound preacher that has fallen in love with Jessica and calls her 4 and 5 hours a day and is on the phone every day. Don't start this with me, lady. You would feel like used by me, then you send me a check and I'll mail you a check, all right?
Why don't you just go to hell? Because I want
Well, maybe I'm already there.
No, you are, because I want to tell you...
Well, then fine. If you feel used by me, then you're phony, man.
Oh, Sam, cut it out.
I used you, Jessica. Give me a break. I'm not Jim Baker, babe. Pull that line on somebody else.
By the way, Jim Baker's on 260.
Well, great.
Just pick that up.
Yeah, I used her. Yeah, I used her. Give me a break, Jessica. I'm not Hugh Hefner, babe. Nobody got money out of that video. Nobody. But you, all right?
Why don't you shut your mouth a minute?
No, because you're mean to me, man. That's wrong. That's a wrong attitude for you to have. I've never been mean to you. I've always been nice. Yeah, I have. And I didn't put that story in the National Enquirer. You did.
Oh, I put it in.
Yes, you did, because you're like Roseanne Barr. You like that stuff every week. But don't tell me I used you, babe. I'll give you a check. I'll give you a car, whatever you want. But don't tell me I used you. I put you on the map in the video world. And you weren't even smart enough to parlay it into a movie role and a movie career for yourself like I told you to a year ago at the amphitheater when we talked about it. And if you just say that I used you, then I'm sorry that that's how you perceive me.
Right, Jessica wants to say something.
Great. Let's hear your rap.
Why don't you let me tell you something? Why don't you ask Christy Hefner? You didn't put me on the map.
I don't know Christy Hefner.
Yeah, why don't you ask them how many magazines they sell before you even...
I'm not connected with Playboy.
You didn't make me, Sam, and you can't break me. Why don't you just go to hell?
You got me confused with a minister.
No, Sam. Ask Chris Hefner how much magazines
I don't know Chris Hefner.
Yeah, well, why don't you didn't put me on the map with just...
So you felt used for doing wild things.
Well, they did sell 6...
So out of the wild thing, you didn't even ask my permission. You didn't even talk to my people about putting a poster out with a guitar that says wild thing in the same outfit.
Hey, I bought that, Sam.
Did you make any money off that?
You were too cheap.
Did you make any money off that, Jessica?
No, you were too cheap to buy.
You know, you're upset about the fact that...
I paid for everything in
I
this
won't even
video.
go. I respect you too much to go into it.
Yeah, why? And then you open up on the air about me.
No, wait. I opened up in the air. Aren't you the one that told Howard that I fell asleep inside of you? I opened up about you. Don't even start it, you cow-faced loser. I'll come after you like you can't believe.
Sam, you want to come after me?
Yeah, no, I don't, man. You got enough preachers on your tail. I didn't use you. I exposed you. I gave you a break.
Break my ass. Get out.
Yeah, a wild thing poster out, man.
Sam, big deal.
Great. This is the relationship you want? I'm glad I didn't call you last 2 days, because I've tried.
Yeah, you tried.
Yeah, I did.
Sam, why don't you go back on Current Affair and tell them what...
Because I never been on it. That's your press release route, babe. I don't need that kind of thing.
You went on Inside Edition and...
No, I didn't, honey.
You said I put her on the...
Yeah, run it all back. Sam Kinison fell asleep inside me. Did she say that, Howard?
Well, in all fairness.
Yeah, in all fairness. Did she say that?
Now, wait a second.
Did she say that?
She said it after she felt that you had slighted her, I guess.
Oh, no. Let's run the dates back on this. Jessica, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I tell everybody that you're not like the way you are, and I guess you are the way you are, and I've been wrong.
You're the way you are.
I apologize, Malika. You shouldn't be her friend. She is that way.
I see how many people you have, Malika. You gotta have
yeah, like your batting average is that you've been a best friend to any lover you've ever had. Try again.
Sam, you're not man enough to walk around by yourself. You gotta have an entourage of a million people. And I want to tell you something else.
Wait, my girlfriend would like to say something.
I don't want to talk to your girlfriend. Why don't you be a man and just handle this yourself?
I'm right here. Well, you think because your mom died, you're the only one that knows tragedy?
You know, why don't you fucking go to hell? I hate you.
Hold it. All right, okay, listen.
Well, we're certainly spreading the love now.
All right. Well,
Okay, I gotta take that, man.
Sam, why don't you just grow up? I hate you.
All right. Well, is that why you called me? Don't expect me to be a friend when you attack me like this, man.
Yeah, like
I had a small amount of compassion that was absolutely wasted, I guess, under your condition.
Sam,
because I know what it's like to have a loved one. I know what it's like to have Howard make fun of it the same day.
Sam, let me tell you, he didn't make fun of it. I didn't
Yes,
see
he
any
did.
flowers at the funeral from you.
Great. Well, that's because I'm a little busy and I was trying to get to it,
Yeah,
man.
you're a little busy.
Well, I'm not going to explain it to you after you attack me.
You were busy for the last year.
Yeah, Jessica, whatever.
Yeah, you never.
Whatever.
Your producer called.
I used you. I love that one. Well,
Marty called.
sever it,
You
man.
never called.
I don't have a producer named Marty.
Don't give me this
Sever
crap
it.
about
Sever
you feel
it.
bad about my
Sever
mother.
it.
And don't you dare
I never
use
met
my
your mother.
I
never met your mother. And you didn't know my brother. And
I
neither
never
did
used
Howard.
him, though.
And he didn't know that I tried to save him for 2 years and I put him in rehab. And that he blew his brains out. And it's not a joke, man. And when Mitchell called up and said, you better watch your mouth because you have to look behind you, Howard, he wasn't threatening you. He loves me so much. He knew Kevin for 10 years. Just tell you, man, you don't joke about that, man. Joke about Pat Cooper's family. Joke about Regis Philbin's son with the flipper feet, man. But not my little brother Kevin that I tried to save.
All right. Why don't we?
No, this is the radio you love. Why don't we talk about cars saving and stuff? And
Right.
Let's go to insurance deal.
What'd you say, Robin?
Can we take a poll as to whether we can get? Never mind.
Get what?
I use Jessica. Great, Jessica.
Oh, dear.
Well, first we'll address Jessica and Sam. Then we'll talk about your brother.
I never used her. She thinks I did. Then send a bill to my management and we'll reimburse
Sam,
me.
you're the one that's been going on TV and saying...
Really?
Saying,
I'm waiting to hear this
Can
one.
I finish a sentence?
No, not when you tell Howard I fell asleep in you. And a National Enquirer story comes out that we talk to each other 4 or 5 hours a day, and I weigh 300 pounds, and I'm madly in love with you. What do you expect from my side of it, man?
Sam, let me talk.
Howard, did she say I fell asleep in her?
Howard, this is his way of getting things done. He talks over people. It wasn't the New York Times that printed this story. It was the Enquirer. Give me a break.
All right, listen, here's the deal. Here's the deal.
Did you get a check from the story?
Did I get a check from the story? You know, Sam, I swear to God. I swear to
Jesse,
God.
what-
Will he still
you
talk
are
to
such
you?
a
Will he take
wimp.
your calls?
You are such a wimp. You go on stage and you talk about
I'm such a
you're
wimp.
such a wimp. You can't
I am.
You
I'm
have to
just
have
so
your
afraid of you.
entourage. Why don't you walk in the studio by yourself for a change? Why
Because
you
I
go
don't like to
anywhere
be
by
without
yourself?
women that really love me.
Yes, Sam. Women who really you can't you wouldn't appreciate a woman if
Like you have had a steady relationship in your life at any time.
Oh, why don't you go to hell? Stop it.
Oh, this.
Listen,
come up with a
at this
better line,
point, at this point we have to stop because Fred is crying in the corner.
Why don't I go to hell?
He goes on the,
Why don't I go to hell?
You
What?
go on TV and
Yeah,
say,
she's not experienced in arguing. Or
She's like Leslie West. She's like Leslie West. Leslie West is the only one that wanted money out of Lenny Bruce's mother's benefit, which I had to put another 68 grand, Robin, by the way, out of my own pocket to make sure it was $100,000 to her. And Leslie West, for him to call up that day and go, I tell you, Sam's out of it. Sam's out. Well, he's out of it, man. Because I put 100 grand of my own money. Everybody's like Lenny Bruce, Lenny Bruce. Nobody does anything for that woman, man. I gave her $100,000 and I'm paying the taxes on it for her. So I have to take crap from Leslie West or anybody else or any comic.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So Jessica.
He goes on
I'm
TV.
glad this went down. I don't feel bad about not calling her now.
Oh, Sam, you wouldn't have called me. You haven't called me in a year and a
You don't
half.
want to call her?
Oh, cut it out. You haven't called me in a year and a half. What, you have your girlfriend? You can't think for yourself?
All right. Listen, Jessica. This
We're
is
not
very
getting
emotional.
anywhere with this conversation.
He goes on TV and says, I put her on a plane just like Jim Baker did. I used it, and then you said this, I have it on tape. I used it, and then I put it right back on a plane. Just
That's
like
all right.
all
I
the
have you
others.
saying I fell asleep inside.
Oh, cut the crap, Sam.
Well, I don't think I can.
This ain't the Pat Cooper
I don't think-
rerun, babe. But it is your style.
I don't think that we can get this
But if
together.
I set you up, it's not. You
I
know,
don't
it's a
wanna
big
get into that,
crash.
Howard. All I
If
want
I
to
set you up with Bon Jovi, that's like, how could you do that, Howard? But you can let me walk in here and deal with this, right? That's all right. That's okay. It's okay for you to make fun of my brother's suicide, man. And if it wasn't you, Howard, anybody else, brother, we'd have a whole different scene happening there.
All right.
Yeah,
All right,
trust
listen.
me.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Listen, this is not working out very well.
No, it's not working out very well.
Howard, all I did was call because he
Yeah,
was
do
on
another Mr. Ed routine, babe, while your mom's dying,
Oh,
all right?
shut up. Sam, I did that before.
No, come on.
Come on!
All right. Listen, Jessica, thanks for calling.
Be funny, man. Come on, Howard.
Well, let's not deal with this.
Well, are we making up or what?
I thought we were making up.
Yeah, well, that was real nice. That was a good way to start.
I didn't think that she would get that.
I had no idea.
Yeah, hey, if I used her, man.
All right, but that's hard
You
for
know,
you.
I guess I should give everybody a check. Everybody that for free, that's all.
Sam Kinison and Jessica Hahn.
Because Sam is real. Sam is out there. He's on the edge. Whenever Sam comes into the studio, whatever state of mind he's in goes on the air. There is no image.
Perhaps the greatest single moment in the history of the Howard Stern Show.
This is great radio, and you know it. Don't ever act like you don't know this is great radio.
We'll take a
This is the kind of stuff Imus has wet dreams about.
I know.
You know it.
So you and Sam are good friends again?
Yeah, Sam and I worked everything out, and we're really good friends again. And I guess he can deal with the honesty of the show better than anyone. That's the same with my family. They can be real honest on the radio. That's why I always bring my family into everything.
The Ben Stern Daycare Center.
We found a bunch of old tapes of me and my dad, and we turned them into a bit. I was about 7 years old on these tapes, and they were made at my father's recording studio.
Then the Ben Stern Daycare Center will work for you.
Shut up! Sit down! Shut up! Sit down! Shut up! Sit down!
At the Ben Stern Daycare Center, learn current events.
Do you feel that the United States should remain in the United Nations as a member of the United Nations? Howard?
Yes, I really do. Well, there should be peace in all the countries and we wouldn't have any war.
Any spark of vitality will be eradicated by our professors.
Because we don't want the Japs anymore.
Not to be stupid, you moron.
Hear children being badgered into selecting a political party.
I myself is a Democrat. I'm a Democrat.
Shut up! Sit down!
If you want a son who dresses like a Hell's Angel and has never even ridden a moped, you need the Ben Stern Daycare Center.
Let me ask you another question. Now, Howard, I don't want any foolish answers from you, otherwise don't answer.
Every child is given every chance.
Well, let's say, if you want to be religious, I think you should go to it. And also, let's say...
Sit down!
You'll hear 4-year-olds intellectually bludgeoned by questions that send even William F. Buckley to the rubber room.
President Kennedy now is going around the country asking the people to vote for Democrats. He wants more Democrats in the House of Representatives and the United States Senate. Do you think that the president is doing a wise thing in going around the country asking the voters to support him by electing Democrats?
If you want a doctor or a lawyer, look elsewhere.
Shut up! Sit down!
But if you want a sniveling mess, the Ben Stern Daycare Center is for you. Here's a typical exchange.
Don't scream and don't talk not too close. I give you the signal.
What should I say?
Let's not just do it.
Yeah.
Spy on our founder, Uncle Ben, mumbling to himself, and learn useless information that will confound you.
We are now testing this out for proper modulation. As you will know, when you record, the proper modulation that is required is for the electric eye, which is a green type of tube, will open and close as we record. Now I will play this back to hear the quality, whether this is operating. Thank you.
Yes, even deaf children can be tortured as Ben cuts through on some sonic level only known to dolphins and whales.
When you
Now you know why he walks alone. The Ben Stern Daycare Center, beneficial for the future of our country.
And the world. Thank you very much.
The Ben Stern Day Center.
What's that? You stupid?
Why, yeah.
Shut up! Sit down!
Ray Stern.
Mother,
Yes, dear.
you're on the air.
Oh. What do I owe this honor to?
Why would you tell Ellen about the size of my wiener?
Oh, Howard. Howard,
Why would you do that?
why are you building your life around these nonsensical things?
I'm fed up. Why would you say to Ellen, yeah, I don't remember it being too big?
Well, those are the facts.
Well, what did she just come up and ask you?
I don't know how it came up in conversation. I really don't. Oh, we were discussing your show, probably.
Yeah.
And you're always alluding to this. So I said, I think he's right.
Yeah, but that's not the kind of thing I need you saying. Why don't you just... When's the last time you saw me
Howard,
naked?
you can't program me.
Wait a second.
What you say, the same way as I can't program you.
When's the last time you saw me naked? Because Robin asked me that, and I'm having trouble remembering.
I'm having trouble remembering that.
I think it was like the last time you took my temperature. How old was I when you stopped doing that?
I think you must have been about 25 years.
No, come on. But Mother, really, why don't you say, I don't remember this? Besides, when was the last time you saw me? What was it? I don't even think
You're my son, and if I choose to say that, I can say it.
Well, how about if I talk about your breasts?
Your mother has those privileges.
I mean, I don't go around talking about your breasts.
I heard you talking about them.
I'm talking about when you...
talking about them.
I'm talking about you getting into a girdle.
What about it?
I don't talk about it.
Well, who would be interested in it?
No, I could make something pretty interesting about it. How women squeeze themselves into girdles.
Well...
But, hey, I'm not going to sit there and do that. You're my mother.
I know you wouldn't.
I mean, there's certain things, hey... Because even like people like Robin, who've been with me for years, still think, hey, he's probably joking about the whole genital thing. And now they know for sure.
I know that you're not.
Well, now you know. I mean, there's like no mystery.
So what's the big deal?
Because for years I had everyone convinced that the only reason I can joke about it is just really when I pull out my...
Take these subjects too seriously.
And Ellen always compares me to that horse husband of hers. Have you ever seen Peters? No. Do you and Ellen ever discuss that? The size of him? Why am I discussed? Why is the size of me discussed and not her husband?
You're my baby boy.
Yeah, well...
You're my little boy.
Well, let me ask you something.
You're a very little boy.
Yeah. Oh, Robin, you be quiet. You're not a nice person. I don't like her anymore. And I don't like you for saying that, Mom.
Howard, I don't put too much...
Yeah, but it's me that cares about this stuff. You don't put any emphasis because you're not a man. You don't care about something like that.
I'm a woman. I should care more.
How come Dad is so big? I don't understand.
Who said he was big?
I've seen him. Compared to me. What about your father? Was he big?
You must have been doing the measuring. I never did.
Was your father big?
Who?
Your father.
I have no idea.
Because I sort of take after him and I look like him, Robin. So I'm thinking maybe I got it from him genetically.
I don't look at those.
You never saw your father naked?
I see that you're making...
You never saw your father naked?
No.
Really?
No.
Well, that's pretty weird.
Not that
She just doesn't remember.
I don't remember.
Oh, you remember everything. You're not the kind of woman that forgets.
Really?
Yeah, I know you.
Oh.
You take it all in.
But I don't talk, so you talk.
So let me ask you this.
Yes.
When I was born, was I really much smaller than
You
everyone?
were the cutest, nicest baby in the whole world.
Did you notice anything abnormal about me? Could you take me to a doctor?
No, you were nice.
There was nothing abnormal there? Come on, Mom, be serious.
No, everything was good, Howard.
So what happened? What happened?
What happened what?
I mean, what did I just stayed the same?
Same as what?
I'm handicapped. What do you think? A guy in a wheelchair forgets that he's in a wheelchair every day?
Let's get you a set of plates.
You're damn right. What do you think? Do you think a guy who's in a wheelchair, you don't think he thinks every day, oh God, I'm in a wheelchair? You don't think so? Of course he does. And me? What do you think? Every day I wake up, I go, oh my God, I got a handicap. I got a handicap.
Growing up, I never saw any of these signs.
To be in a locker room, for example, I can't be in a locker room.
Okay, don't be in a locker room.
Gary, you were with me. Remember we went to the BQE locker room?
Yeah, you wouldn't even take you never changed for a minute.
That's right. I never changed in a locker room.
You left all sweaty.
Yep.
Got in your car and showered at home.
I guess why I used to get sore throats, because I'd go work out and I'd be all sweaty and I couldn't take a shower.
Well, I have a solution. Don't be in the locker room.
What?
Don't go to the locker room.
Yeah, but I'd like to be in the locker room with the other guys.
I don't need you in the locker room. Stay home.
Words out on my genitals.
Every time you go to the locker room.
Now I really can't go out. I have no anonymity. I did it myself.
Howard.
What?
Come on.
You know, I park in handicapped spaces and cops don't even give me tickets. They see me and they just nod. They know now. They go, right ahead, Mr. Stern.
We understand you.
We understand.
You're a law-abiding citizen. And as far as your genitals are concerned, I don't think that that's a topic of conversation for the radio. I really don't.
Are you with the government? Let me say something. I don't want to dwell on this. But
let me anyway.
I just want to say this. No, I will not dwell on it because it's against the FCC rules. I'm a big rule follower. Listen to me. Listen to me for once. For once in your life. Don't talk about it!
got that?
Howard, when I feel like talking about it, I will talk about it. The emphasis is not on genitals. The emphasis is on the brain.
I see.
You see? You got it? You know what we stress in our home. Okay. And you've got
Do
it.
me a favor, don't talk about it anymore. Okay? I'm asking you a favor. Don't talk about it to anyone.
Okay.
A little sensitive, okay? Thanks. I love you, Mommy.
I love you, Howard.
Just cool out with that stuff.
Ellen Dunn, Howard's sister.
My sister called me one night, and she wanted to come watch me work New Year's Eve at the Felt Forum. And while I'm talking to her, she says to me that she won't take her top off on stage. I was pretty shocked when she said this, because I wasn't thinking of asking her to take her top off.
So the shock jock was shocked.
I'm getting tired of you.
Hello?
Ellen?
Yeah?
It's your brother.
Oh, hi.
You're on the air.
Oh.
Hey, just was telling everyone how New Year's Eve you're going to be up on stage with us.
Howard, I am not coming up on stage. I told you, don't even tell anybody you have a sister. I don't want to go up on stage.
Because I have this bit planned.
Howard, I don't want to be in showbiz.
And you can show your breasts.
Come on, don't put me on the spot.
Come on, help me out. You can just take off your top for like 2 minutes and show, and we'll have like a breast
Want
off.
everybody to pass out.
We'll just have a breast off between you and Mom.
Father.
So you better be ready.
Show your breast?
No, I'm not showing mine. I'm a professional.
Robin can't show a breast. She has a whole career ahead of her. Once she does that.
That would be it.
Well, Howard, come on, please ignore me. Call your wife up. Call Mom up.
Hey, Ellen, I just called the Felt Forum on the marquee that night in 8-foot neon letters. Ellen's boobs.
No retrospective of the Howard Stern Show would be complete without a quick tribute to the work of Susan Berkeley, a.k.a. Susan Bezerkowitz, the radio traffic reporter.
Susan just visited her gynecologist. And Susan is real good on the air. And the reason I think she's good is because she's so straight and she embarrasses easily.
Susan Berkeley.
Are you okay? I mean,
I'm fine. Nothing's wrong.
Did he examine your breasts?
Everything is fine, Howard.
Did they examine your breasts?
Yes, of course.
Of course they do.
Why are you so uptight about this?
Because it's embarrassing enough.
No, they
I mean, they examine everything. No stone is left unturned. Let's put it that way.
And everything's okay.
Yes.
You have crabs?
No, I don't. Everything is fine.
Lobster?
Lobster. Goodbye.
So on the whole, you're okay? What's the matter with you people? You're dirty line. Susan, really? Did he examine your breasts?
Howard, say yes. That's yes to the question.
I just want to hear you say yes. That's all. Are you completely disrobed for that?
No, you wear a lead shield. What are you?
No, really. What?
You're disrobed.
Did he actually have to touch your nipples? Are you okay? I mean, what do they do? They examine your breasts?
I'm fine.
So what do? You lay there in a cloth gown? But how does he get to your breasts?
Well, your wife goes through this. Ask her. Ask Robin.
That's more fun asking you. My wife doesn't care. She'll talk about any of this stuff. But really, you mean they lay down on it?
They lay down and they check you out.
So were there any lumps or anything in your breasts?
Everything is fine. Nothing is wrong.
So we don't have to call you lumpy.
No, but every woman should do this once a year.
No, you should do it every month, you
Well,
silly.
you should check yourself every month.
Yes.
So, and by the way, same for guys' testicles.
That's right. Howard's the chairman of that foundation.
I'm a national spokesman for fistula and testicle cancer. By the way, Susan checks all of our testicles weekly.
Do not. I don't go anywhere near that.
All right. Sure. Like you've never seen that. How do you check your breasts anyway? What do they do? What does he do? He presses on them?
It's just like anything else.
Does it in any way turn you on?
It can't be described over the radio. It is not a pleasant experience. It's not unpleasant. It's not pleasant.
Susan, be
it's just an
serious.
experience.
First he has to look at them.
Right, and then they feel them. How else can you put it?
So let me ask you something. When the doctor heard that you were on the radio,
Yeah.
did he spin your breasts like radio dials?
No, Howard, he did not.
He didn't?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, you guys.
Oh, come
I'll
on.
talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, listen. Anyway, let me just say that I am very, very happy that there is nothing medically wrong with
Yes,
you.
Thank you.
very
All
glad to hear
right.
that. And you performed a public service by showing that you two go through this humiliation.
That's right. It's not humiliating. It doesn't hurt, and it's no big deal, and everybody should do it.
No, I mean, you've actually
No.
What do you wear on your feet while they're examining you? Shoes?
Oh, 12-inch heels.
Really turn me.
Painted toenails.
I'll check pictures of that.
Goodbye.
The Howard Stern Show is Howard Stern.
Oh, Jessica.
Robin Quivers. Fred Norris. Jackie Martling. Billy West. Gary Delabate.
Baba Booey.
Stuttering John.
To set up this Ricky Dink stand.
Scott the engineer. And all of you.
Let's take a phone call. You're on the air. Hello? Dude?
How you doing? Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
How you doing?
All right, what can we do for you?
I'm a first-time caller.
You're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, how you doing?
You're on the air. Yo, you're on the air.
How you doing, Howard?
All right. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, what's doing, man?
Oh, boy, one of these calls. You're on the air.
How you doing?
Hi, you're on the air.
Howard?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, come off it.
What's going on, man?
You want one other one? There's,
Lower your radio.
Let me go turn it off. Hold on.
Watch what I do to her.
I got...
Your announcer, Dick Haymeyer.
Okay, that's it.
No, turn it off, dickhead.
Well, that was that. I thought there was a little more to it, which is why I went around the long way. But, oh well. That last track 7, lasted about a minute and a half. Waiting for something else to listen to. I'm not going to play anything else. You can go ahead and turn it off now if you want. I played some music yesterday. One song. And it got, well, I didn't get blocked for it, but I did get a copyright notice telling me that I was being allowed to use it, but I can't monetize the video because of it, which is no big deal. I don't care. Oh, now I got to deal with this. Come on, you dummies. You can all turn right while these people are turning left. Of course, they all want to get on the damn freeway. I wonder what's on the station that Howard used to be on in LA. Might not even be able to pick it up from here. 97.1. Sounds like it's become a Mexican radio station. Howard would love to hear that. Don't turn in front of me, mother frickers. I'm telling you. I don't care what freeway you need to get on. Well, that Sam Kinison and Jessica Hahn segment was worth the price of the whole box set here. just a shame that Sam isn't with us anymore. Had to get in front of me, huh, you dumb cunt? Two black crows sitting up there. That reminds me, at home I have some old 78 RPM records of the two black crows. I think I'm going to have to go home and listen to that. I'll take that as a sign. Y'all got fart mail. Well, as long as we're sitting here waiting for the bus, maybe I can play that for you. Chad telling me I've got fart mail. Take one. And a fart countdown from Chad.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We got Chad's national anthem. I don't know if we got enough time to hear that.
Okay, here it goes. Here goes nothing. Here's my national anthem for the July song. Oh, say, can you see by the darling light, my hand we have at that time last gleaming through the dark by stars in the air round and fire on the ramp that we want when the sun is streaming and I'm not gonna cry. I'm on a bursting in there, gay Christmas, down the ground, what do you say? Oh, thank you, and then you way, on the way, in the free, in the home.
Well, I had the phone on my rear view mirror. Oh, that's a little close. I have to straighten out. Had my phone on the rear view mirror, and when I took off from waiting for that bus, it fell on the floor. Ow! So sorry you didn't get to hear that in its entirety. And not only that, the time that we had to wait for that bus screwed us up, Chad. Because now it's 7:44. And I'm not waiting 9 minutes for another 3. Ah, come on now, Danny D. Nope, sorry, Chad. So anyway, there's Crucified by the FCC. Let me show you some stuff here first before I go. Here's the, came with a booklet, a big tall booklet, and it's got all kinds of pictures and information and stuff about Howard and the show. Let's see if I can show you a couple of pictures. There's young Howard. There's Howard showing his best side. There's Howard wrestling. Let's see, what else is in here? Oh, here's some more pictures. Here we got, who's that one? Oh, okay, this is Howard, Steven Tyler, Papa John Phillips, Joe Perry, and Robin Quivers. If you'll notice here, I don't know if you can see it, they spelled it wrong. They spelled it J-O-C, Jock Perry, from Aerosmith. There's a picture of Howard dancing with Fred at some event. This is Governor Mario Cuomo, Bill Murray, and Howard. And here's a picture of Robin. Oh, is that Robin in there? No. I think it's just Howard and probably Fred and Gary. No, Fred and Jackie. That's Howard, Fred, and Jackie at an FCC rally. Here's a picture of Howard's rock band, Electric Comic Book, from when he was a preteen, teenager, something like that. That's Howard on the far right, holding the microphone. And here's Howard with his puppet, his Jerry Mahoney puppet. There's Howard and his mom and his sister Ellen. Mom's in the middle there. And there's young Howard. Nobody knew what he would become. But maybe he did. Alright, what else is in here? There's a form to buy Butt Bongo Fiesta that I never sent in. This has nothing to do with Howard. Well, a little bit, because Wally George was on the Howard Stern show a few times. And this is the actual sign that I took to the Wally George show. Can't even show it all because it's so big. One side says, "Oh, okay." And it was signed by Wally George himself. As you can see, it says, "Your pal, Wally George." And on the other side, I would hold up this occasionally during a Wally George show. Baba Booey. This got on TV a few times. And down here, signed by Gary Delabate. He came out to California and did a signing at a video store, an appearance and signing. And I brought down my copy of Crucified by the FCC and that sign for him to sign. And, well, I can't see it very well. Here. I'm trying to show you the box. There, can you see that? There's not enough light in here. Anyway, it comes in a big tall box. And the CDs, well, now I put everything away. Forget it. The CDs are in there, one on top of the other. It comes in this big old box. And I got Gary to sign the case from Crucified by the FCC. He signed it. Baba Booey. He didn't sign his last name, though. The thing I remember most from that appearance, I got my picture taken with Gary. And I put my arm on his back. His back was all sweaty. Kind of gross. All right. I could vamp for another 2 minutes, or I could just go. Or I could put this on pause for 2 minutes, but that's cheating. So I'm just going to go. Sorry, Chad. Aw, come on now, Danny D. I don't want to sit here for another 2 minutes, Chad. Just so you can see a 3. There's a 3 right there. Right there below the time. Oops, where is it? Right there. Kind of like right in the middle of the screen. There's your 3, Chad. So, deuces, peace out, peace tea out, IBC root beer out, 10-4 over and out, 751 and out. Oh, I feel so bad. It's so close, isn't it, Chad? Yes, it is, Danny D. Why don't you show us something else? All right, I'll show you how they package the CDs. Maybe that'll kill a minute and a half. Now I got to take all this stuff back out. All these papers and the pamphlet. I got them sitting in here wrong. Maybe that's why it was so hard to get them out. Does it go in that way? No, I guess it does. It goes in this way. So there you go. That's how it comes inside the box. Whoops. Here's the box. Then you open the box. And there you got your 2 CDs. Turn it that way. There you got your 2 CDs in the box. All right. Have we killed enough time yet? Doing this for Chad. Hope everybody appreciates that I do this for Chad. I appreciate it, Danny D. That's all that matters. Okay. I guess you're right. So where was I? 10-4 over and out. 750. Three? Not yet. Not yet, Chad. Not yet. All right, now. I got my 3. Okay. Now I can go in. I'm hungry. I got to use the restroom. I want to have a drink of IBC root beer. And I'm sitting here waiting for a 3 on my clock to make Chad happy. The things I do for my content. Bye. Click.